all to we've imagined it. We've created an imagination. All to reaffirm their addiction to that emotion connected to the belief that they can't change. That's what they're committed to. So it takes an enormous amount of energy, an enormous amount of awareness to change. And it is an ongoing process.
You said something that sounded crazy. You said something.
There's one thing?
Yeah, one thing. You said something that sounded, people caught it. You said,
I'm on the road again. I'm on the road again.
But can't you really remember the past? How do you remember something that hasn't happened? So, the stronger the emotion that we feel to some problem, some condition in our life, or some experience, the more altered we feel inside of us, the more change we have inside of us, the more it captures the brain's attention. And the brain freezes a frame, or a series of frames, and that's called the memory. And the stronger the emotion, the more we remember where we were on 9/11. You remember all those things in your life that had a high emotional quotient. So the trauma then, the betrayal, the incident of problem, whatever it is, has a strong emotion that causes us to keep remembering it. The person who's reviewing the trauma in their mind is producing the same chemistry for their body. As they relive the memory, they're feeling the feeling of that event. And it's that thought and that feeling, it's that image, that's emotions, that stimulus, that's response, that's conditioning the body to become the mind of that emotion. Now the body's literally in the past. The trauma's no longer in the brain, the trauma's now in the body.
It's like real now.
Now it's changed their state of being. And there's great research, just as an example, to say that trauma changes the brain and body without a doubt. So then, theoretically then, could you come out of your resting state and raise your energy emotionally to a point that it's greater than the betrayal or the trauma? If you could do that really well and keep practicing falling in love with your future, the stronger the emotion you feel, the more you remember your future. And to the brain, it's exactly the same. The brain is literally being branded by that image, and the brain does not know the difference in that moment between the real life experience and the experience that you're having in your mind.
What's up?
This is a very open-minded audience.
Happy Thursday.
Most people have heard you say this before.
Little Joe Dispenza in the morning to, get you
There's
going.
probably a few people that maybe have never heard this, or maybe it's their first time here, and they're thinking, this just seems a little too woo-woo.
What's everybody up to this morning?
This just seems a little odd now.
It's officially May 1st. This year's flying by, guys.
How do we know that you can remember the future?
This year is flying by.
What would be the emotion you would feel if your future happened? What would be that emotion? Tell me.
Of your greatest dream. Of your greatest dream.
Yeah, it would be an enormous amount of...
Good night from South Pacific Islands. Hello, hello, hello. I'm pooing. I'm pooping. Got Texas in the house. Texas in the house. I got my little Joe Dispenza in the morning.
The moment is more rich. So then the emotional signature of gratitude is that something wonderful just happened to you.
Yes.
Or something wonderful is happening to you in the moment. So gratitude in its sense emotionally is the ultimate state of receiving.
Gratitude.
The emotional signature is receiving. So all you got to do is get that heart of yours open and fall in love with your future. And how would you feel if it happened?
The future looks bright, guys. The future looks bright.
You would feel empowered. You would feel unlimited. You would feel more whole.
Am I going to New York? No. I am not going to New York. I'm actually on my way to pick up a client right now.
Their biology completely changes. Everything changes. Their brain works better. Their heart works better. For days after the event, the default mode in the brain that causes us to switch back to the old personality shuts off. So our data shows your microbiome.
So I got about 2 minutes, guys, before I gotta pick up my client. Just wanted to get on here, wish everybody a happy first day of the month. Wishing everybody